Krishna Dasa Krishna Dasa Priya Vara Narottama Seva Para Jara Para Vishwanatha Yasha Vishwanatha Bhakta Sata Baladeva Jagannatha Tara Priya Shri Bhakti Vinoda Mahabhagavata Vara Shri Gaura Kishora Vara Hari Bhajanete Jara Mora Shiva Shabana Vivada Sada Sevya Seva Pada Tara Dohite Dasanama Prabhupada Antaranga Sri Swarupa Rupanuga Shri Keshava Bhakti Pragyana Gaudiya Vedanta Veda Maya Varatamanta Gauravani Tadaratir Dhamma Pracharilo Gauravani Bhakti Vedanta Swami Purailo Kama Kesha Priya Mahajana Vamana Narayan Hana Gauravani Tadir Pranadana E Sabari Jana Gaurangira Nija Jana Tadira Uchiste Murakama Guru Parampara Guru Parampara Parampara Guru Parampara Guru Parampara Guru Parampara Parampara. Page 36. Vrindavana Basi Jato Vaishnavira Gana Pratame Vandana Kori Sabara Charana Nilachala Basi Jato Mahaprabhurgana Bhumite Podiya Bando Sabara Charana Navadvipa Basi Jato Mahaprabhur Bhakta Sabara Charana Bando Hoya Anurakta Mahaprabhur Bhakta Jato Gaura Deshe Sthiti Sabara Charana Bando Koriya Pranati Je Deshe Paise Gaurangera Gana Udva Bahu Kori Bando Sabara Charana Oya Chena Hoi Bena Prabhu Jato Dasa Sabara Charana Bando Dante Korigasha Brahmanda Tarite Shakti Dare Jane Jane He Veda Purana Guna Gaya Deva Shune Mahaprabhur Gana Sabapati Tapavana Tailo Bemui Papilo Ino Sharana Vandana Korite Mui Kato Shakti Dori Tamo Buddhi Doshe Mui Damba Mata Kori Tatapi Mukera Bhagyamanera Ulasa Dosha Shami Moadame Korani Jada Sarva Vancha Siri Hoya Yama Banda Chute Jagate Dulabha Hoya Prema Dana Lute Mone Ravasanna Ponarachirate Hoya Devaki Ananda Dase Lobe Kohe Jaya Vaishnav Thakur Jaya Vaishnav Thakur Vaishnav Thakur Jaya Vaishnav Thakur Jaya Page 200. Bhajo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Jivedoya Kori Sapashada Siya Dhamma Sayavatari Atyanta Dulabha Prema Kori Baridana Shikaye Sharanagati Makatera Prana Danyatmani Vedana Gopchitve Varanam Avasyarakive Krishna Vishvasa Palana Bhakti Anukula Macha Karyera Svikara Bhakti Pratikula Bhava Vajanangikara Sharanga Sharanagati Oibe Jahara Gavdara Pratana Shune Shinanda Kumara Rupa Sanatana Pade Dante Trina Kori Bhakati Vinoda Pade Rupa Dadori Kadiya Kadiya Bole Amito Adama Shikaye Sharanagati Koroe Utama Swapashara Jaya Gaurari Swapashara Jaya Gaurari Swapashara Jaya Page 88.
Is it possible that we can read the English translation like every time we do a bhajan?
These are all the morning. We do the same ones every morning. But yeah, we can start doing that.
Okay.
It's just we sing these every day.
You guys got it down.
I mean, yeah.
Makes sense.
At least the meaning, some sort of semblance. Page 88. Kabe habe bolo sedina amar. Kabe habe bolo sedina amar. Habe bolo sedina amar. Kabe habe bolo sedina amar. Aparadha guchi shudana me ruchi aparadha guchi kripa bale habe doye sanchar Chinadi kahina kabeni jamani Sahishnuta guna hridayete ani Chinadi kahina kabeni jamani Sakale manadaya pani amani sakale manadaya amani Haye aswadibo namara sasad Haye aswadibo Dana jana yara kavita sundari Bolibo na chahi deha sukha kari Dana jana yara sundari Deha sukha kari Janme janme dao He Gaura Hari Janme janme dao Murari Ahoy tu ki bhakti charane tomar Ahoy tu ki bhakti charane Korite Shri Krishna nama ucharanam Pulakita deha gadgada vachan Korite Shri Krishna Pulakita deha gadgada vachana Vaivanya vepatu hobisamghatana Vaivanya vepatu hobisamghatana Nirantara netre babe ashrudara Nirantara netre babe Kabe na badwipe suraduni tate Gaura nityananda boliniskapate Kabe na badwipe suraduni tate Gaura nityananda boliniskapate Nachiya gahiya bedai bochute Nachiya gahiya Batulera prai chadiya vichar Kabe nityananda more kori daya Chadai be mora visayera maya Kabe nityananda more mora visayera maya Diya more nija charane rachaya Diya more nija Namera hate te dibe adikar Namera hate te Kini boluti bo harinama rasa Namera samati oi bevivash Rasera rasika charana parasha Rasera rasika charana Korea majibo rasayani bar Korea majibo hamirani mam Kabe jiva doya oi be udoy Nija sukha boli sudina hedoy Kabe jiva doya Sudina edaya Bhakati vinoda Korea vinay Bhakati vinoda Shiagyatala Koribe prachar Shiagyatala Kabe habe bolo Sedina Rama Kabe habe bolo Sedina Yamar Kabe habe bolo Sedina Kabe habe bolo Sedina aparada guti shudaname ruchi aparada guti shudaname ruchi aparada guti shudaname ruchi aparada guti shudaname kripa bale habe hriday sanchar kripa bale habe Gorahe, 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 Gorahe. Oh, Nitahe, 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 Nitahe. Go to hey, Nitai hey, go to hey, Nitai hey, go to hey, Nitai hey, go to hey, Nitai hey. Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva, Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Oh, Nitai Gaura Haribo, 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 Nitai Gaura Haribo. Jai Shri Bhaktivinoda Thakur ki jai. Oh, tell me when will that day be mine, when my offenses will cease and a taste for the pure holy name will pervade my heart by the power of your mercy. When will I consider myself lower than a blade of grass and the quality of tolerance enter my heart? Giving respect to all and not desiring any respect for myself, I will taste the essence of the nectar of the holy names. At that time, I will say that I do not want the bodily pleasures associated with wealth, followers, praise, and beautiful women. O Gaudahari, birth after birth, give me selfless devotion, ahoitaki bhakti, to your lotus feet. While uttering the holy names of Sri Krishna, when will my body horripilate in ecstasy, my words become choked with emotion, my complexion become pale, my body tremble, and streams of tears flow endlessly from my eyes? When, in Navadvip on the banks of the Suradhuni river Ganga, will I call out, O Gauda, O Nityananda, without duplicity? Dancing and singing I shall run about like a madman, giving up any consideration of the outside world. When will Nityananda Prabhu be merciful and free me from the illusion of material sense enjoyment? Bestowing upon me the shade of his lotus feet, he will give me the qualification to enter the marketplace of the holy name. Namarhatete. I will beg, borrow, or steal the nectar of the holy name, Harinama Rasa, by which I will become intoxicated and overwhelmed. Touching the feet of devotees who relish that rasa, I will continuously drown in it. When will compassion for all living entities arise within me? At that time, forgetting my own happiness, and with a humble heart, this Bhakti Vinod will meekly wander about and propagate the sacred order of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Jai Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur ki jai. I'm going to sing for Krishna.
Do you want to open the altar?
Can we open the altar? He's not in here. Can someone open the altar?
Yay! Braja Janamana. Uh, 366. I think he just finished gazing beauty Girish. Oh, is it? Oh, okay. No problem. I didn't know. How about Radha Krishna Pranamur then? What constitutes a nighttime versus morning song? Is it just tradition?
Someone wanted to sing it one morning, and he said, "Oh, this is evening bhajan."
Your Gurudev said that?
Yeah, my
Ah,
Guru.
okay.
I don't know what constitutes. That's just mood, you know. He
Yeah.
must have realized the song.
Yeah, yeah. Got it. Radha Krishna Pranamo Jugala Kishore
Radha Krishna Prana
Oh, Radha Krishna Pranamo Jugala Kishore Jivane marane gaite haranai mora Kalindira kure kere karambera vana Raitana verira upa Bosa boidu jana Radha Krishna Pranamo Yugala Kishore Shamai Gauri Angeri Bochua Chandanir Ganda Chamara Dulabo Kabe Erivo Mukha Chandra Gaitiya Marati Mara Tivaro Hagale I tried it to the boy, Varpura Tambule. Oh, Radha Krishna Pranamo Yugala Kishore Lalita Vishakari Chatushaki Vrinda Agaya Koribo Siva Charana Ravinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Dasiranudarsa Seva Virasa Koire Nairota Maidasa Radha Krishna Pranam Yugala Kishore Radha Krishna Pranam Yugala Kishore Jaya Radhe Jaya Krishna Jaya Radhe Jaya Krishna Jaya Vrishabhanu Nandini Radhe Radhe Vrishabhanu Nandini Radhe Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Shri Radhe Haribo 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 Nitai Gora Haribo Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Haribo Which one?
Gandharva Sampartanastika. I knew it. You missed Kunja Bihari Askham. Were you here? Oh, yeah, you can.
missed it, I felt like.
Oh.
It's like it's so, like, I can't go in there.
275.
275.
Wow. I knew you were going to do this one.
Whoa, you okay in there?
What?
You okay? I heard a crash. At least someone replied. Alright, here we go. Jai Shri Radhe. Okay. Alright. Vrindavane vihara choriha keli kunje Mata dvipa pravada kotuka vibramena Santarshayasya yuvayor vadanada vinda Twangam videhi naideva kripam prasidha Adevi kakavada gagadayadya vacha Yache nipacha vuvidanda varurvatati Asya prasadam abhudasya janasya kritva Gandharvike nijanam videhi Shame Rama Ramana Sundara Varishta Janasya Shamasya Vamabuja Bharatanum Kadaham Twamindira Virala Rupa Param Bhajami Prachadena Mudira Chavina Pitaya Manjira Mukta Charanam Chavidaya Devi Kunje Prajendra Tanayena Virajamane Naktam Kada Pramuditam Abharirayishe Kunje Prasuna Kula Kalpita Keli Talpe Samvishtayor Madhura Nama Vilasa Bhajo Lokachaya Bharanayo Sharanam Bhujani Samvahayisya Tivada Yuvayor Janoyam Tvakuntaroda Sivilasa Parishamena Svedam Bhujam Vivadana Novam Vrindavaneshwari Kadaktarumula Bhajo Samvijayami Chamarichaya Chamarena Linam Nikunja Kuhare Bhavati Mukunde Chitraiva Suchitavati Ruchi Rakshinam Ugnam Bruvam Narachayeti Mrisharusham Tvam Agre Brajendra Tanayasya Kadanuneshe Vagyura Keli Kutuke Brajaraja Sunum Jidvon Madam Adika Darpa Dalaksha Jalpam Ula Libira Nalpamudir Yamana Stotram Kadanu Bhavatim Avalokikayasye Yako Pishushtu Vishabhanu Kumarikaya Samprartanastakam patati prapana Sapreyasa sahasametya drita pramoda Tatra prasada laharimu karoti Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Shri Radhe. Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Shri Radhe. Gotta get the ending better. Within the pleasure groves of Sri Vrindavan, you and Sri Krishna constantly delight in amorous pastimes, enthralled like two intoxicated elephants. O Devi, be pleased with me, and mercifully grant me darshan of your two lotus-like faces.
O Devi Gandharvika, in utter distress, falling to the ground like a rod, I implore you in a choked voice, full of despair, and pray at your lotus feet. Please be merciful to this fool and count me as one of your own.
O Sham, the entire world is enchanted by the beauty of Lakshmi Narayan, but the beauty of you and Sham, who embraces you with his left arm, is super excellent. When will I worship you, whose unique beauty is rare even for Lakshmi Devi?
No. Twam Prachad. Oh, O Devi,
When, as your Saki, will I cover you in a rain cloud colored garment, remove the ankle bells from your feet, and lead you, who are so full of delight, to a kunja for a nocturnal rendezvous with Sri Nanda Nandan.
Within a kunja, on a pleasure bed made of many types of flowers, you are both thoroughly absorbed in sweet, joking pastimes. Oh, when, at such a time, will this person massage your lotus feet, which are the ornaments of the three worlds?
Okay. O Vrinda Vanishwari Ju, to the actions of love spots on the bank of your pond drops of perspiration. Caress the lotus face of and your beloved. As you but relax upon hydrated Simpasana in the shade of a tree. When will I fan your bodies with and chamara?
When you playfully hide in a secret place within a kunj, and Sri Krishna comes to know where you are hiding and approaches you, you will ask me, "Oh, Rupa Mandri, why did you reveal my hiding place to Krishna?" I will then reply, "Oh, beautiful Radhika, it was Chitrasaki, not I, who informed Mukunda of your hiding place in the kunj. Therefore, please do not frown and become unfairly angry with me. When will I thus beseech you in the presence of Brajendra Nandan?"
When, in a prankish mood, you defeat Vrajendranandan in a battle of words, you become exceedingly jubilant. You exult in the pride of your oratory prowess as you are extolled by your overjoyed Sakis. When will I behold you in such a state?
Anyone who takes shelter of Sri Rishabhanu Nandini Sri Radhika by regularly reciting this entreaty with great faith will surely please her along with her beloved Sri Krishna and thus become the recipient of the waves of their profuse mercy.
Smokey here? Shamrani's. I'll go upstairs. So we're Hedi Bol, everybody. We're concluding our Rupa Goswami conference this morning with Sharda enlightening us on some nice Leela. And yeah, maybe we'll do a little Rupa Shiksha after too. We'll see what time it is.
Okay. Shamarani Mataram Vande Agyopiadanugrahad Tarit Bhava Sagarakcha Labed Krishna Premadanam Shri Krishna Rupaya Vaidiki Kala Visheshagyaya Namamyaham Pujam Shamaranim Swaparikaayam. Jai. I first attempt to offer my unlimited obeisances into the dust of the lotus feet of my most worshipful Diksha Guru Devi, Srimati Shamrani Didi, and the same obeisances to the dust of the lotus feet of my Param Guru Devs, Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada and Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj. Okay, so I will try to speak on the pastime of Rupa Goswami, showing us that his heart is one, his mood and heart is one with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I'll start by, I guess, setting up the pastime a little bit. Previous to what I'll speak on is that Srila Rupa Goswami was inspired in Prayag by Mahaprabhu. He says to him that there's an ocean of transcendental mellows that is so large and deep and so hard to describe. I will help you taste it by giving you one drop of it. And this is kind of, well, much earlier, Rupa Goswami has been empowered by Mahaprabhu, but later in Puri, during the Rath Yatra, he heard Mahaprabhu singing a verse that was seemingly mundane, and he was so absorbed in it, and nobody could understand why. But Rupa Goswami could understand the heart of Mahaprabhu, and in that verse, the translation of it is, "That very personality who stole my heart during my youth is now again my master. These are the same moonlit nights of the month of Chaitra. The same fragrance of malati flowers is there, and the same sweet breezes are blowing from the Kadamba forest. In our intimate relationship, I am also the same lover, yet still my mind is not happy here. I am eager to go back to that place on the bank of the Reva under the Vetasi tree. That is my desire." And later in Puri, when Mahaprabhu is going to see Srila Rupa Goswami, Rupa Goswami is out bathing. And because Mahaprabhu is all-knowing, knows where to find things, he sees the leaf where a verse is written by Rupa Goswami, and he reads it, and it says, "My dear friend, now I have met my very old and dear friend Krishna on this field of Kurukshetra. I am the same Radharani, and now we are meeting together. It is very pleasant, but I would still like to go to the bank of the Yamuna, beneath the trees of the forest there. I wish to hear the vibration of his sweet flute playing the fifth note within that forest of Vrindavan." And when Mahaprabhu finds this, he's alone, but Rupa Goswami comes back and pays his dandavats, and when he gets up, Mahaprabhu asks him, like, "How did you know my heart? How did you know my mind?" and embraces him. And this verse reveals the heart of Mahaprabhu to the entire world, and also gives us the verse that we always say, which is like, "Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitami Ena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadanti Swabadantikam," which is, when will Rupa Goswami, who established in this world the desires of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, give me shelter at his lotus feet? And this verse also ultimately reveals the importance of the Parakiya Ras and Paramour love between Krishna and the gopis. Srila Rupa Goswami, he manifested so many pastimes of Vipralamba and Sambhog, so meeting and separation of Radha and Krishna. And he uses Sastra to prove that it's not ordinary love, that it's fully transcendental. It's because Krishna is God himself and anything is possible for God. And Krishna is the complete object and embodiment of paramour love. So it's not this mundane or illicit secret meeting with each other the way that it would be in this world, when people are sneaking off to go see with their other lovers. Radha and Krishna are the topmost pure Madhurya Prem. So showing that showing that through this verse. And in this verse, the moods of Radharani are there because her heart is breaking and longing to sneak away with Krishna. They're also meeting in public. They're seeing each other like in this field. Everybody's surrounded by them. So she says, I'm feeling some pleasure, but I still wish to be with you and to just be with you and your beautiful flute. And she even says, like, when we would just look at each other, our love would increase, but I'm not experiencing that now. We're married and things are different. And she's longing to just sneak away with him. And, Srila Rupa Goswami tried to keep this verse a secret by hiding it. And this kind of shows us that we shouldn't reveal these deep realizations that we may receive. And Srila Gurudev says it's like camphor. When you open it up, all of the fragrance disappears, it just evaporates. So this was something that needed to be discovered and revealed, and by Mahaprabhu himself, because he's the only person that would know the true meaning of this verse. And we also can see this, that Mahaprabhu, that it's one with his heart, because Mahaprabhu didn't have to explain anything further. He just picked Rupa Goswami up and embraced him, and even asks Swarup Damodar, how does he know my heart? How does he know my heart? And he says, it's just your mercy. It's because you gave him your mercy. And he didn't have to explain anything because everything was there. Yeah.
Was this before or after they meet at Prayag?
After, right? Well, because they met at Prayag earlier, I thought. Yeah. They met at Prayag. Yeah, this is in Puri after Rath Yatra. Yeah. And then Swarup Damodar is also Lalita Saki. And I don't know the whole verse, but there's the verse that's Priya Swarupe Dayita Swarupe, which is explaining Lalita Saki is very dear to Srimati Radhika. And Dayite Swarupe is referring to Rupa Manjari, who is very dear and non-different, and the embodiment of also Lalita Saki and Radharani. So these are the two personalities that fully know Mahaprabhu's heart and are able to give that to us. And yeah, it shows that they're Tadatmik at heart, and Rupa Goswami has given us so much, and without him, the explanation of the purity of this Parakya Bhav would have been lost without Rupa Goswami. People would have, and people still have twisted Radha and Krishna's pastimes and seeing them as something mundane and not transcendental. So, Srila Rupa Goswami, Jai.
Hey, where'd my CC go? That was here. Hey. Oh, that one, the first one. Gyanatamranasya Gananjana Salakaya Chakshurun Militam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Chikalpachivascha, Kipasindhubevacha, Patitanam Pavanebhyo, Vaishnavebhyo, Namo Namaha. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara, Shivasati Shri Gaura Bhaktivinoda, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhaktivinoda. So, I'm just going to read a little bit of Rupa Shiksha that I did a little preface last night, and then from Bhagavan, what is it? I know this verse. Ramanda Pomite Bhagavan Ajiv. Vilata Beach. Nice. So from there, we will read 19. What is this? Where's chapter 19? Oh, here.
There's a chance this is after.
Oh, yeah, this is chapter 19. What's this? Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Oh, no, 7.
I need volume 7. It would have been the first one if it was in the right place.
In the order of the CC.
Sorry?
I'm just saying that there's a possibility that the actual the Rupa Shiksha comes after the verse, the 41st. In the order of CC, it's after.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
But
Chronologically.
Okay. 7. Hey, did they get the... I'll ask him later. How did you like my plug last night for the CC set?
it was amazing. It worked.
Someone got it?
Yeah.
They got it?
Someone's getting
Ananda Moy Janjanani.
Really awesome.
I just was really feeling it. I was feeling it for
amazing.
this
I
woman.
didn't even think about it, but it's perfect.
I made a really big, like, not good move yesterday.
Huh.
There was somebody who wanted the Bhagwan house set.
Oh.
Janaki's friend who came,
Oh.
but I didn't know where one was, and I was like, oh, he'll be here for a bit, and then he like went up, and I just totally blanked about it.
Oh.
Do you
I can...
remember?
I have his number. I can through Janaki. I can...
I don't have that many Bhagavatam.
I know. I'll work on it again. Getting more. Okay, so here we go. When a person receives the seed of devotional service, he should take care of it by becoming a gardener and sowing the seed in his heart. If he waters the seed gradually by the process of Shravan and Kirtan, hearing and chanting, the seed will begin to sprout. As one waters the Bhakti Lata Bij, the seed sprouts and the creeper gradually increases to the point where it penetrates the walls of this universe and goes beyond the Viraja river. Between the spiritual world and the material world. Is the Viraja river a real river? Really? It attains Brahmalok, the Brahman effulgence, and penetrating through that stratum, it reaches the spiritual sky and the spiritual planet Goloka Vrindavan. It's so cool. In the purport, Prabhupada just says V means completely eradicated, and Raja means the influence of the material world.
It says in Brahma Samhita,
So
when
cool.
souls are leaving this material world, then they get like bathed through the river, and then they leave their subtle body.
Wow. Completely leaving the influence of this material world. Being situated in one's heart and being watered by Shravan and Kirtan, the bhakti creeper grows more and more. In this way, it attains the shelter of the desire tree of the lotus feet of Krishna, who is eternally situated in the planet known as Goloka Vrindavan, in the topmost region of the spiritual sky. The creeper greatly expands on the Goloka Vrindavan planet, and there it produces the fruit of love of Krishna. Although remaining in the material world, the gardener regularly sprinkles the creeper with the water of hearing and chanting. If the devotee commits an offense, this is such a good... Yadi Vaishnavaparada ute hatimata upadeva chindetara sukhi yayapada. If the devotee commits an offense at the lotus feet of a Vaishnav, The devotee commits an offense at the feet of a Vaishnav while cultivating the creeper of devotional service in the material world. His offense is compared to a mad elephant that uproots the creeper and breaks it. In this way, the leaves of the creeper are dried up. Yeah, that's so important. That's okay. Elephant, he was just talking about the elephant bath. The gardener must defend the creeper by fencing it all around so that the powerful elephant of offenses may not enter. Sometimes unwanted creepers, such as the creepers of desires for material enjoyment and liberation from the material world, grow along with the creeper of devotional service. This is all also, we know that Vishwanath Thakur expands upon all of this in his Madhurya Kanamani, and there's the beautiful poster, yeah.
There's even anarthas arising from bhakti.
Oh, yeah.
Bhakti Buddha anartha from doing bhakti.
From doing bhakti, it's true. Yes, I know that one well. The varieties of such unwanted creepers are unlimited. Oh, here. Some unnecessary creepers are growing with the bhakti creeper. Are the creepers of behavior unacceptable for those trying to attain perfection, diplomatic behavior, animal killing, mundane profiteering, mundane adoration, and mundane importance. Yeah. All these are unwanted creepers.
Oh, they're roaches.
Oh. Ants. Mold. The guy went away and Kubi. Who is it? Vasudeva the leper, right? And he falls out. One bug falls out and he puts him back. And he just said, why? And what does he say?
He said, well, he's a leper, so there's all bugs and eating his flesh, and one falls out and he picks it up and puts it back because he didn't want it to not have a place to be.
So intense.
It's
Oh.
so annoying being on the other side of the live stream.
Oh yeah, we were just talking about Vasudeva the leper, who's one. What's it called? One.
Leprosy, he has leprosy, right?
So one bug falls out, and he puts it back in because he doesn't want it to be without one leech. Yeah, he doesn't want it to be without a place to live. If one does not distinguish between the Bhakti Lata creeper and the other creepers, the sprinkling of water is misused because the other creepers are nourished, while the Bhakti Lata creeper is curtailed. As soon as an intelligent devotee sees an unwanted creeper growing besides the original creeper, he must cut it down instantly. Then the real creeper of Bhakti Lata Bij grows nicely, returns home back to Godhead, and seeks shelter under the lotus feet of Krishna. There, the devotees serve the lotus feet of the Lord, which are compared to a wish-fulfilling tree. With great bliss, he tastes the juice of the fruit of love and becomes eternally happy. I think it should just be straight in there. Yeah. To taste the fruit of devotional service at Goloka Vrindavan is the highest perfection of life. And in the presence of such perfection, the four material perfections, religion, economic development, sense gratification, and liberation are very insignificant achievements. As long as there is not the slightest fragrance of pure love of Krishna, which is the perfected medicinal herb for controlling Lord Krishna within the heart, the opulences of material perfection known as the siddhis, the brahminical perfections, and the trance of the yogis, and the monistic bliss of Brahman all seem wonderful for men. When one is situated in pure devotional service, he develops love of Godhead. Therefore, let me describe some of the symptoms of pure devotional service. In unison? Ya vilasita sunyam jnana karma navritam anukulyena krishna nushilanam bhaktir uttamam. When first-class devotional service develops, one must be devoid of all material desires. Knowledge obtained by monistic philosophy and fruitive action. The devotee must constantly serve Krishna favorably, as Krishna desires. So was Mother Yashoda wrong in tending to the milk and not to her crying baby?
No,
How come?
because she's giving importance to.
Yeah.
Why Mother Yashoda? It, well, the comparison is, when Krishna is crying for the mother's milk, then Mother Yashoda leaves him and goes to tend to the milk on the pot stove that's boiling over, and she knows that this boiling pot of milk will be more pleasing to Krishna in the future because it will be able to make many sweets, rabri, and different types of delicacies, sweets that he will relish much more. And she's giving importance to the objects of service to Krishna instead of directly his direct need in that moment. So this is pure bhakti in that way.
Thanks. A pure devotee must not cherish any other desire than to serve Krishna. He should not offer worship to the demigods or to mundane personalities. He should not cultivate artificial knowledge which is devoid of Krishna consciousness, and he should not engage himself in anything other than Krishna conscious activities. One must engage all one's purified senses in the service of the Lord. This is the favorable execution of Krishna conscious activities. These activities are called Shuddha Bhakti, pure devotional service. If one renders such pure devotional service, he develops his original love for Krishna in due course of time. In Vedic literatures like the Pancharatras and Srimad Bhagavatam, these symptoms are described. Oh, this is a great verse. Sarvopadi vinirmuktam tat paratena nirmalam rishikena sevanam bhaktir uchate. Bhakti, or devotional service, means engaging all our senses in the service of the Lord. It's just so amazing. It just reminds me, I get really lazy when I put on my T-lock, especially when rushing down from Manglarti. I'm just But I know Dee Dee's given a T-lock class right here. It's so beautiful just thinking Rishikesh, just making that prayer of please let you be, please dovetail let my senses just be for you, not for myself. Pardon? Yeah. Bhakti, or devotional service, means engaging all our senses in the service of the Lord, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the master of all the senses. When the spirit soul renders service unto the Supreme, there are two side effects. One is freed from all material designations, and simply by being employed in the service of the Lord, one's senses are purified. Yeah, we're so lucky to live in a temple. Really helps to purify our senses. Just as the celestial waters, Madguna Shuti Matrena Mai Sarva Guhasaye Manogatir Avichena Yata Gangam Busho Mado. When I first learned this verse years ago, Shamrani, we used to say Yata Gangam Busho Budo. It helps, or you're saying with your Mirage, that helps to learn it. So this verse, is Kapila Dev speaking to his mother. He says, just as the celestial waters of the Ganges flow unobstructed into the ocean, so when my devotees simply hear of me, their minds come to me. I reside in the hearts of all. And then these are the characteristics of transcendental loving service to Purushottam, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. It is causeless and cannot be obstructed in any way. So this was the Bhagavatam verse that was at that time the highest definition of bhakti, and then it's these verses, and there's another verse. I'll have to check with Shamrani that Srila Rupa Goswami took the essence and spoke in Yabilasita Sunyam. Right? Yeah, there's I don't know if it. Okay. I don't know if it's maybe this one, this next one, Saloki Shrishti Samipya. My devotees do not accept Saloka, Sarshti, Sarupya, Samipya, or oneness with me, even if I offer these liberations in preference to serving me. Bhakti Yoga, as described above, is the ultimate goal of life. By rendering devotional service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, one transcends the modes of material nature and attains the spiritual position on the platform of direct devotional service. If one is infected with a desire for material enjoyment or material liberation, he cannot rise to the platform of pure loving service unto the Lord, even though he may superficially render devotional service according to the routine regulative principles.
Wait, can you repeat that?
Yeah. If one is infected with a desire for material enjoyment or material liberation, he cannot rise to the platform of pure loving service to the Lord, even though he may superficially render devotional service according to the routine regulative principles. Yeah, that's the javelin.
That's a good point because, like, I was just hearing how now in order for us to do there's three stages, right? Sadhan Bhakti, Bhav Bhakti, Prema Bhakti. In order for us to actually be doing Sadhan Bhakti from Shraddha to Ashakti, we must be doing Uttam Bhakti. And then we're doing Sadhan Bhakti.
Oh my God.
And then it's the same in Bhav Bhakti, that same principle applies all the way to Prem.
Isn't there 200? The material desire to enjoy the material world and the desire to become liberated from material bondage are considered to be two witches, and they haunt one like ghosts. As long as these witches remain within the heart, how can one feel transcendental bliss? As long as these two witches remain in the heart, there's no possibility of enjoying the transcendental bliss of devotional service. By regularly rendering devotional service, one gradually becomes attached to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. When that attachment is intensified, it becomes love of Godhead. The basic aspects of prema, when gradually increasing to different states, are affection, abhorrence, love, attachment, further attachment, ecstasy, and great ecstasy.
You say abhorrence is in there?
Yeah, I was wondering that too. Why is it abhorrence? Isn't it like disgust? The gradual development of love may be compared to different states of sugar. First, there is the seed of the sugar cane, then sugar cane, and then the juice extracted from the cane. When this juice is boiled, it forms a liquid molasses, then a solid molasses, then sugar, candy, rock candy, and finally lozenges. Yeah. All these stages combined are called Staibhav, or continuous love of Godhead and devotional service. In addition to these stages, there are Vibhav and Anubhav. When the higher standard of ecstatic love is mixed with the symptoms of sattvic and vyabhichari, the devotee relishes the transcendental bliss of loving Krishna and a variety of nectarian tastes. These tastes are like a combination of yogurt, sugar candy, ghee, black pepper, and camphor. Wow, and are as palatable as sweet nectar.
So, Sattvic and Vyabhichari.
Not caring for public opinion. According to the devotee, attachment falls within the 5 categories of Shantarati, Dasyarati, Sakyarati, Vatsalyarati, and Madhurarati. These 5 categories arise from the devotee's different attachments to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The transcendental mellows derived from devotional service are also of 5 varieties. The chief transcendental mellows experienced within the chief mellows experienced with the Supreme Personality of Godhead are 5: Shanta, Dasya, Sakya, Vatsalya, and Madhur. Besides the 5 direct mellows, there are 7 indirect mellows: known as laughter, wonder, chivalry, compassion, anger, disaster, and fear. Wow. In addition to the 5 direct mellows, there are 7 indirect mellows. Wait, hey, that's written twice. Known as laughter, wonder, chivalry, compassion, anger, disaster, and fear. Interesting. The 5 direct transcendental mellows of devotional service are permanently situated in the heart of the devotee, whereas the 7 indirect emotions appear suddenly under certain conditions and appear more powerful. Examples of Shanta Bhaktas are the 9 Yogendras and the 4 Kumaras. Examples of devotees in Dasya Bhakti are innumerable, for such devotees exist everywhere. I thought it was just Mother Yashoda and Nanda Baba. Wait, oh no, Dasya, sorry, Dasya. I thought it was Dasya. In Vrindavan, examples of devotees in fraternity are Sridham and Sudam. In Dwarka, the Lord's friends are Bhima and Arjuna. In Vrindavan, the devotees in parental love are Mother and Father Yashoda, Nanda Maharaj. And in Dwarka, the Lord's parents are Vasudeva and Devaki. There are also other superior persons who are devotees in parental love. The chief devotees in conjugal love are the gopis in Vrindavan, the queens in Dwarka, and the goddesses of fortune in Vaikuntha. These devotees are innumerable. Like all of our acharyas. Attachment for Krishna is divided into 2 categories. One is attachment with awe and reverence, and the other is pure attachment without reverence. Pure attachment without reverence is found in Goloka Vrindavan. Attachment in which awe and reverence are prominent is found in the 2 cities, Mathura and Dwarka, and in Vaikuntha. When opulence is very prominent, love of Godhead is somewhat crippled. According to Kevala devotion, however, even though the devotee sees the unlimited potency of Krishna, he considers himself equal with him. On the transcendental platform of neutrality and service, sometimes the opulence of the Lord is prominent. However, in the transcendental mellows of fraternal, paternal, and conjugal love, the opulence is minimized. Like Sridham or Subal? Who's the wrestling match with? He says Sridham. The opulence is minimized. He says, I won the wrestling match. Krishna's like, no, I won because my nose is up. When Krishna offered prayers at the lotus feet of his mother and father, Vasudeva and Devaki, they both felt awe, reverence, and fear due to knowledge of his opulences. When Devaki and Vasudeva understood that their 2 sons, Krishna and Balaram, who had paid obeisances to them, were the Supreme Personality of Godhead, they became fearful and did not embrace him. When Krishna manifested his universal form, Arjuna became reverent and fearful, and he begged forgiveness for his past impudence towards Krishna as a friend. I have in the past addressed you as, O Krishna, O Yadava, O my friend. Without knowing your glories, please forgive me. Forgive whatever I have done in madness or in love. I have dishonored you many times while we were relaxing, lying on the same bed or eating together, sometimes alone and sometimes in front of many friends. Please excuse me for all my offenses. Although Krishna was joking with Queen Rukmini, she was thinking that he was going to give up her company, and then she was therefore shocked. While Krishna was joking with Rukmini in Dwarka, she was full of distress, fear, and lamentation. She had also lost her intelligence. She dropped her hand bangles and the fan she was using to fan the Lord. Her hair became disarrayed, and she fainted and fell suddenly, appearing like a banana tree knocked down by high winds. In the stage of Kevala, unalloyed devotion, a devotee does not consider the unlimited opulence of Krishna, even though he experiences it. He takes seriously only his own relationship with Krishna. When Mother Yashoda saw all the universes within Krishna's mouth, she was astonished for the time being. The Lord is worshipped like Indra and other demigods, but by the followers of the three Vedas, who offer him sacrifices. He is worshipped as impersonal Brahman by saintly persons who understand his greatness through studying the Upanishads, as the Purush by great philosophers who analytically study the universe, as the all-pervading Supersoul by great yogis, and as the Supreme Personality of Godhead by devotees. Nevertheless, Mother Yashoda considered the Lord her own son. And she considered him so sweet, an ordinary child. Like when she saw the universes, and she thought, oh, we got to get a Brahmin to come to like them do some mantras to he's possessed. Yeah, get the ghosts out. Yeah. Hmm? Mm.
She's like anxious, so she prayed and she to relieve her anxiety.
Mm.
Something's wrong with Krishna.
So sweet. Oh. Although Krishna is beyond sense perception and is unmanifest to human beings, he takes up the guise of a human being with a material body. Thus, Mother Yashoda thought him to be her son, and she bound Lord Krishna with rope to a wooden mortar as if he were an ordinary child. When Krishna was defeated by Sridham, he had to carry him on his shoulders. Similarly, Brajasain carried Vrishabha, and Pralamba carried Balaram, the son of Rohini. My dear most Krishna, you are worshipping me and giving up the company of all the other gopis who wanted to enjoy themselves with you. Thinking like this, Srimati Radharani considered herself Krishna's most beloved gopi. She had become proud and had left the Ras Leela with Krishna. In the deep forest, she said, my dear Krishna, I cannot walk any more. You can take me wherever you like. When Srimati Radharani petitioned Krishna in this way, Krishna said, just get upon my shoulders. As soon as Srimati Radharani began to do so, he disappeared. Srimati Radharani then began to grieve over her request and Krishna's disappearance. Dear Krishna, neglecting the order of our husbands and sons, family, brothers and friends, and leaving their company, we gopis have come to you. You know everything about our desires. We have only come because we are attracted by your supremely musical flute. However, you are a great cheater. Who else would give up the company of young girls like us in the dead of night? When one is fully attached to Krishna's lotus feet, one attains the shamatha stage. The word shamatha is derived from the word shama. Therefore, shantaras, the position of neutrality, means being fully attached to the lotus feet of Krishna. This is the verdict from the mouth of the Supreme Personality of Godhead himself. This state is called self-realization. These are the words of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. When one's intelligence is fully attached to my lotus feet, one does not render practical service. One has attained the stage called Shantirati or Shama. Without Shantirati, attachment to Krishna is very difficult to achieve. The word, is it Sama or Shama? Has a thing over the S. Shama. The word Shama or Shantaras indicates that one is attached to the lotus feet of Krishna. Dham means controlling the senses and not being deviated from the Lord's service. Endurance or unhappiness is titiksha, and driti means controlling the tongue and the genitals. Giving up all desires not connected with Krishna is the business of one who is in the Shantaras. So does that mean we're all in Shantaras? Are we? Are we like? I mean, everyone's. Well, we're all desiring, praying to be in Shantaras. Yeah, good one. Only a devotee of Krishna can be situated on that platform. He is thus called a Shanta Ras Bhakta. When a devotee is situated on the platform of Shanta Ras, he desires neither elevation to the heavenly planets nor liberation. These are the results of karma and gyan, and the devotee considers them no better than hell. A person situated on the Shanta Ras platform manifests the two transcendental qualities of detachment from all material desire and full attachment to Krishna. A person who is devoted to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Narayan, is not afraid of anything. Elevation to the heavenly kingdom, condemnation to hell, and liberation from material bondage all appear the same to a devotee. These two qualities of the Shanta stage spread through the lives of all devotees. They are like the quality of sound in the sky. Sound vibration is found in all material elements. It is the nature of Shanta Ras that not even the smallest intimacy exists. So this is why we don't want Shanta Ras. Anyways. Rather, knowledge of impersonal Brahman and localized Paramatma is prominent. So there's no personal relationship. On the platform of Shantaras, one only realizes his constitutional position. However, when one is raised to the platform of Dasiras, he better understands the full opulence of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. On the Dasiras platform, knowledge of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is revealed with awe and veneration. By rendering service unto Lord Krishna, the devotee in Dasiras gives constant happiness to the Lord. The qualities of Shantaras are also present in Dasiras, but service is added. Thus, the Dasiras platform contains the qualities of both Shantaras and Dasiras. The qualities of Shantaras and the service of Dasiras are both present on the platform of Sakiras. On the platform of fraternity, the qualities of Dasiras are mixed with the confidence of fraternity instead of awe and veneration. On the Sakiras platform, the devotee sometimes offers the Lord service and sometimes makes Krishna serve him in exchange. In their mock fighting, the coward boys would sometimes climb on Krishna's shoulders, and sometimes they would make Krishna climb on their shoulders. Since the platform of fraternity is predominated by confidential service, awe and veneration are absent. Therefore, Sakiras is characterized by three qualities. On the platform of Sakiras, the Supreme Personality of Godhead is obliged to the devotees who are intimate with Krishna and think themselves equal to him. On the platform of parental love, the qualities of Shantaras, Dasiras, and Sakiras are transformed into a form of service called maintenance. The essence of fraternal love is intimacy devoid of the formality and veneration found in the Dasiras. Due to a greater sense of intimacy, the devotee functioning in parental love chastises and rebukes the Lord in an ordinary way. On the platform of paternal love, the devotee considers himself the Lord's maintainer. Thus, the Lord is the object of maintenance, like a son, and therefore this mellow is full of the four qualities of Shantaras, Dasiras, fraternity, and parental love. This is more transcendental nectar. The exchange of spiritual happiness between Krishna and his devotee, in which Krishna is controlled by his devotee, is compared to an ocean of nectar into which the devotee and Krishna plunge. This is the verdict of learned scholars who appreciate Krishna's opulence. And there's a verse from Dhammadrastakam. Verse 3. Yeah. Again, let me offer my respectful obeisances unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead. O my Lord, I offer my obeisances hundreds and thousands of times with all affection, because by your personal pastimes you plunge the gopis into an ocean of nectar. Appreciating your opulence, devotees generally declare that you are always subjugated by their feelings. On the platform of conjugal love, attachment for Krishna, rendering service unto him, the relaxed feelings of fraternity and the feelings of maintenance all increase in intimacy. On the platform of conjugal love, the devotee offers his body in the service of the Lord. Thus, on this platform, all five transcendental qualities are present. All the material qualities evolve one after another in the material elements, beginning from ether. By gradual evolution, first one quality develops, then two qualities develop, then 3 and 4, until all 5 qualities are found in earth. Similarly, on the platform of conjugal love, all the feelings of the devotees are amalgamated. The intensified taste is certainly wonderful. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then concluded, I have simply given a general survey describing the mellows of devotional service. You can consider how to adjust and expand this. Wow.
It's funny because the purports are all from Rupa Goswami, like Prabhupada's writing.
Yeah, yeah,
Cool.
yeah, yeah. So amazing. When one thinks of Krishna constantly, love for him is manifest within the heart. Even though one may be ignorant, one can reach the shore of the ocean of transcendental love by Lord Krishna's mercy. After saying this, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu embraced Srila Rupa Goswami. The Lord then decided to go to the city of Benares. The next morning, when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu arose and prepared to leave for Varanasi, Benares, Srila Rupa Goswami made the following statement at the Lord's lotus feet. If you give me permission, I shall go with your lordship. It is not possible for me to tolerate the waves of separation. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu replied, your duty is to carry out my order. You have come near Vrindavan, now you should go there. Later, you can go from Vrindavan to Jagannath Puri through Bengal. There you will meet me again. After embracing Rupa Goswami, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu got into a boat. Rupa Goswami fainted and fell down on the spot. So beautiful. The Brahmin from Deccan took Rupa Goswami to his home, and thereafter the two brothers departed for Vrindavan. After walking and walking, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu finally arrived at Varanasi, where he met Chandrasekhar, who was coming out of the city. In a dream, Chandrasekhar had seen that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had come to his home. Therefore, in the morning, Chandrasekhar went outside the city to receive the Lord. While Chandrasekhar was waiting outside the city, he suddenly saw Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu arrive, and he fell down at the Lord's feet. Being very happy, he took the Lord to his home. Tapan Mishra also heard news of the Lord's arrival in Varanasi, and he went to Chandrasekhar's house to meet him. After talking, he invited the Lord to take lunch at his place. Tapan Mishra took Mahaprabhu to his own house and gave him lunch. Chandrasekhar invited Balabhadra Bhattacharya to take lunch at his home. After offering lunch to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Tapan Mishra begged a favor from the Lord and requested him to reward him mercy. Tapan Mishra said, as long as your lordship stays in Varanasi, please do not accept an invitation from anyone but me. It was known to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that he would remain there only 5 or 7 days. He would not accept any invitation that involved Mayavadi sannyasis. With this understanding, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu agreed to accept lunch at the place of Tapan Mishra. The Lord made his residence at the home of Chandrasekhar. The Maharashtriya Brahmin came, and the Lord met him. Out of affection, the Lord bestowed his mercy upon him. Hearing that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had come, all the respectable members of the Brahmin and Kshatriya communities came to see him. Much mercy was thus bestowed upon Sri Rupa Goswami, and I have briefly described all those topics. Whoever hears this narration with faith and love certainly develops love of God at the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Shri Puraganatha Padayara Chaitanya Charitamrita Kohe Krishnadas. Praying at the lotus feet of Sri Rupa and Sri Raghunath, always desiring their mercy, I, Krishnadas, narrate Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, following in their footsteps. Sri Rupa Shiksha Ki, Chaitanya Charitamrita Ki Jai. I forgot to do, oh, you're not a book at the beginning. I mean, I put it to my head, but I didn't make the prayer. So this ends our Srila Rupa Goswami glorifications, praying that we can just get a fraction of understanding, not intellectual, but heart understanding of what Mahaprabhu has given to Rupa Goswami and what Rupa Goswami is giving to us, and be affixed at his lotus feet through our Rupanuguru Varga, and continue our chanting, hearing, remembering, serving, so we can advance on this path of bhakti. Hare Krishna. Hare Bol. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, this, Chuck.
No.